Well, we finally made it to the promised land. We made it to the Champions League, and I have money to spend, and you are going to see me spend it on hopes of survival and even more money next season. Let's find out. So yes, after many long seasons, we have made it to the promised land. But before we do anything transfer related, let's take a look at what we did this last season. Take a look at some of the new arrivals here. Haley Sproul from Luton Town. Absolutely fantastic signing here. 18 goals. Again, everybody brought in really had some form of contribution to our squad and did a fantastic job helping us compete and get to the top of the championship. Well, not the exact top, but close enough as is. Nick Muhammad on loan. Sally Phillips in goal. What an amazing effort by Sally Phillips to be able to fill in goal when we absolutely needed her the most. Matt Heath, again, good defensive signing here. Attacking midfielder, Ashland B. Guz Khan. Good on the list. Lou Saunders. Nina Oyama. Lloyd Langford. Only a couple of substitute appearances, but still everybody contributed. And I think that's the thing to say here is we didn't really have one or two players that stood out over the course of the season like we have in previous seasons. This really was truly a team effort. And you see that when you take a look at the number of goals that are scored by each player, the number of assists, and just what we've done collectively as a team. Season results, yeah, it's quite shocking. They are very thrilled we won promotion. I was shocked as well. We had a 100% home attendance, which is great. Might want to look at maybe building a new stadium here soon. I know we're trying to do renovations to our old stadium, but it's not going to be able to bring in the revenue necessarily to sustain us in the Premier League, but we're going to do what we have to do. Still got a playoff left between Burnley and Middlesbrough. Last two teams here, pretty exciting. Blackburn and Portsmouth will miss out on that promotion spot. Biggest win here, 7-2 victory over Charlton Athletic. Carabao Cup match to remember is a 2-1 victory over Charlton Athletic. And goal of the season was scored against Stoke City, so exciting things there. Finances. Somehow we had less broadcast revenue, less match day revenue, but nice increase in sponsorship. We've moved up to the national level in terms of our club reputation, which is always nice. You would think so by making it to the Premier League. We'd have a little bit of a boost in reputation. We sold 82 shirts. That's it? Where's all this merchandise sales coming from? Were we selling foam fingers to people in America? Because if we're only selling 82 shirts, that's kind of sad. God, I own a Chesham United shirt. I'm one of those 82. Wow. Okay. Great team so far this season. Accolades, mostly goals by a player. 80 goals. John Kearns now our all-time leading scorer. And you can take a look here. Club awards, competition awards. I don't think we won any. I don't think I won anything, but it was an absolutely fantastic season. There's my managerial timeline. Hey, we're going up. We are getting promoted. That being said, overall best 11, I'm kind of looking at this and I'm curious to dive into where all of these players are now. So, let's spend a little time to take a look. Sophie Duker is out playing at Oliveirense. That sounds Italian to me. It's Portuguese. I lied. So Sophie Duker still out there playing some soccer. That's good. Good for Sophie Duker. God, it's been a long time since we had Sophie Duker in the team. Yeah, since the Van Riemen National League. Boy, we have come a long way since then. Nish Kumar's at Queen's Park. Goodness. Again, long time ago. Well, I guess not that long ago. Nish Kumar, we let go earlier and had played 23 games for Queen's Park in the Cinch Championship. Madeline Same is at Horsham. Horsham all the way down in the Van Riemen National League. But again, scoring some goals there, so good for Madeline Same to get on the board there. Ray O'Leary plays for Eastbourne Borough. Oh, Ray O'Leary. Didn't really play in the Sky Bet Championship, but got some time out at Eastbourne Borough. 35 league appearances. Good for Ray O'Leary. Jenny Tien is out for Cray Wanderers. Back in Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I lied. Cray is in the Smithian League Premier Division. Just shows how much I know about English geography. But Jenny Tien, Mawan Rizwan, our goalkeeper. I think this was our first. It was one of our first. Let's see here. Mawan Rizwan. Yep, Van Riemen National League South, National League, all the way up. Still in that National League North, National League South. So pretty excited to see kind of where they are. All of 2023, where are they now? A couple others here. Chris Ramsey is at Bath City. Chris Ramsey won it on a free transfer there. Gosh, it's just kind of interesting to go through the annals and just look at how these players have turned, or how they've the things have turned for these players. Hornchurch, after spending some time at Havant Waterlooville. John Richardson, goalkeeper here. Angela Dravid plays for Oakwood. Gosh, I mean, it's 4 teams since us. That's crazy. Crazy to think about how long ago that was and what has changed since then. It's exciting. It's exciting to see. But we got to continue to move forward. We got to look ahead. So that being said, I'm going to probably look at maybe renewing some contracts. I've actually put a couple players on the transfer list already. Pretty much anybody down here is transfer listed. Bob Mortimer wants £40,000 a week. I don't think I can afford £40,000 a week for a player like Bob Mortimer, despite being an absolute devastating midfielder. I don't know. I'll have to look and see what happens, but he is on the transfer list for £26 million. If I can get £26 million for him, I will take £26 million for Bob Mortimer. I hate to be that guy, but free transfer in has been stalwart for us in the midfield, but £26 million is £26 million. So that being said, I will bring you back when we have something, I guess, exciting to talk about. So we'll see you soon. Well, let me just be 100% honest here. I don't think I've ever had more fun in a transfer window than the one we've just done. It's kind of fun to spend money and not have to pick up the scraps that are left over by other teams. But we've managed to throw together 10 big signings for this club, stretching out that 35 million pound budget as much as we possibly could. I think we still have some transfer budget left over if I actually take a look at the finances here of £3 million left over. A little bit of wage budget as well that we can kind of maneuver around. But here are our signings. We did have one leave. Sue Perkins left to QPR for £7 million. Don't get me wrong, Sue Perkins, fantastic for us, but we had a really nice offer. They wanted some big money. And yeah, I put 2 and 2 together. So Sue Perkins not really featuring for us towards the end of the season, so I thought maybe it might be a good time to kind of get an upgrade there. Nothing wrong with Sue Perkins, 26. I tried to sign a bunch of young players if I could to replace the player that left, as well as bolster our squad. If we actually go and take a look at our squad, well, you know what? I'm not going to ruin that just yet. Let's take a look at our signing. The first one we brought in is Jamali Maddox from AS Roma. Center back here, Croatian international. Big words here. Words I'm not used to saying. But as you look, very, very fantastic. Good replacement for Sue Perkins there. So good job well done, Joe. I'll pat myself on the back. Who's MC Torque? Uruguayan first. Okay. I don't know exactly where I got all these players from. I just know that they're all relatively young. Uruguayan here. Uruguayan, something like that. Should be able to slot in at right back. Big money here. Again, not on many pounds a week. So very, very good signing for us. We've got John Robbins here, who was on a free transfer. Center mid, center attacking mid, if we ever decide to go down that route. Again, just somebody to kind of fill in some of the gaps that were left in the squad. We brought in Bubba, our new starting goalkeeper from Bradford City. First choice goalkeeper here, 3 stars, looks to be quite good, 6'5". I love me a tall goalkeeper. We got Hugh Dennis from Levante. Excellent left back here, 4-star current ability. Again, just kind of beefing up our squad here. We've got some really, really good potential players here. I believe Hugh Dennis actually probably one of the older players we brought in, 23. Let's see what else we brought in here. Jack D, 20-year-old Croatian. Again, left back here, 4-star current ability. Massive, massive potential here. Another international. We also brought in Munya Chihuahua from Linfield, Northern Irish. Again, a great striker here. Just trying to, again, bolster the squad just to kind of see what we have left over. Maybe we need to make some sales. We'll just kind of have to see how things play out as we move forward. Steve Pemberton, another striker here. Can play on the wing, apparently better on the wing than at strike, but will be an important part of our squad. I think one of the things I like about all the players that I've picked up, including here Kyle Smith-Bino, another good central midfielder from Uruguay. But all the players we bought are A, cheap, B, worth a lot more money than we paid for them, and, ooh, good, another one that's well done here, center mid or center back, 6 foot tall, 3-star current ability, fantastic player for us. So, again, we've got a lot of Sorry for the pause. The cat whisperer is back at it again. But as I was mentioning before, lots of good players here, lots of young signings. So a couple of things. Let's say we do end up not doing well and going back down. We sell these players for a ton of money and rebuild the squad. If we continue to grow in the Premier League, again, just more money for us, continue to build the squad. So it really is win-win considering all of the money that we are going to be getting. I did get a message saying we're going to get £100 million in TV revenue over the course of the year. So our projection is looking quite healthy over the course of the season. Transfer budget continues to go up. So speaking of the squad here, as you can see, all the players that I brought in really come nice and well on top of all of the other players that we have. I'm pretty thrilled with what we've done in the transfer window. We're trying to get rid of all of these players down here at the bottom, just eating up just a little bit of wage budget. But I don't expect a whole lot of cash for them, but we're really trying to chuck all these players and move them elsewhere. Asim Chowdhury, again, looked good, but what I go back to is this wage budget. Apparently, I gave him a contract that has an highest earner clause, which is very stupid of me because for the next 3 years and 11 months, he's going to end up matching the highest earner that we have at the club. It is so incredibly difficult to get any peace and quiet around this house. As I was saying, Asim Chowdhury on a highest wage earner clause. So every time I sign somebody new, give them a nice big contract, he gets a new upgrade. So I'm actually trying to ship him off or maybe redirect that contract. I don't know. I just must not have seen that. So that's a lot of money that we're going to waste on Asim Chowdhury. So hopefully somebody can pick him up and take him off of our hands. £10 million is really fine with me. Getting rid of that £33 million wage budget is even better. So that being said, I've got a few games left. I don't think I really have any transfers still in. Oh, I do have one, a no nonsense center back. This player here says would be a useful signing for the future. 19-year-old Colombian will join us in the January, but again, looks to be quite good. Again, we're just kind of filling our squad with a bunch of young players and just kind of seeing what happens. This is kind of our squad for now. We may make some changes to this a little bit later on. Again, we've got quite a few players we need to ship off. But as I start to think about the season here, 6 days away. So it's much sooner rather than later. If we actually take a look at our odds, this is what's going to really surprise you. The odds for us, 1,000 to 1. No, I'm just kidding. That's kind of what it was expected. We have the highest players that are in the league. Munya Chihuahua, Jack D, all good players for our team, but I guess not good for the league. So I think our goal this season, I know I've said it a lot, our goal this season is really to just avoid relegation, beat the teams that are around us, and try to manage to eke out a 14th, 15th, 16th place finish. I don't expect a whole lot this season, but if we can stay in the Premier League, continue to develop our young players, give ourselves some money, I think we can do quite well. So I know it's been a little bit short. Didn't really have a whole lot to give you today, but I think it's going to wrap it up for this. Yeah, we're going to keep it short this time. I will bring you the first 2 games of the season. A big game, real at the beginning of the season. Nottingham Forest and then at home against Chelsea. So I'll bring you those 2 games. That Nottingham Forest game might be a game where we really ought to get some points. I mean, fingers crossed, Nottingham Forest, I don't know, where are they ranked? Or where are they ranked? Where are they previewed to finish? Forest, again, 151. So, again, we just need to make sure we're beating the teams that are around us. I don't expect us to be even competitive with these up at the top. We got £105 million. Holy cow. That's a lot of money to spend on a player. A lot of worth on a player. I mean, my goodness, Liverpool on Antonio Silva. That's a lot of pounds. That's also a lot of pounds. Goodness. We are very outclassed. £324 million. I mean, can't even imagine what he's worth. Goodness gracious, that name looks very familiar. But that being said, I'm going to leave it here. A little bit short today, but just a transfer window. It is what it is. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, like, subscribe. You want to see more Taskmaster FC? We made it to the Premier League. Now, what kind of damage can we do moving forward? Can we win the Premier League? Can we make it to European competition? I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to continue this save until I get tired. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.